This is Room 101 online radio, and we're in studio here with Dizziray
Wagwan.
and The Hypnotyst.
Hey, how's it going?
So yeah, here we are with Dizziray and The Hypnotyst, and just before we went to air and just before we started filming, we played Scream Louder. Brody, had you any interaction with the songwriting and lyrics, or was it strictly
No, but myself and Ash pretty much think of the same, so
Like
when
it's
she came up
obviously-
with those ideas, I
Yeah.
was like, that couldn't have been any better idea.
a similar sentiment on display?
I think it had been inspired by the previous conversations that Brody and myself have had about life and the world and politics and what's been going on around us. And I think it stemmed from me wanting to create music, because I create music to share with people and to share my opinion with the world, and I think that it was a way of me basically trying to almost help the world, like, or heal it exactly. Yeah.
To the extent, of course, the one thing that that I like about punk rock is the one thing that I find the more and more I listen to other genres of music, and the more and more I journey as a listener, the more you find that it is that one voice in somebody else's life can make all the difference.
Yeah.
One voice talking, one voice that talks about these things to others and kind of unlocks these sentiments in others.
Well,
can be the
words
most
are
important
a
thing
very
in the world.
powerful thing. I believe that, like, and they can, one sentence can change a person's life, like.
They certainly can, and
Yeah.
I think everybody has like that sentence to them personally. And speaking of powerful words, you've been quite busy yourself, Dizziray, in recent times. You've been preparing. You've been preparing an album with West Cork reggae act Lionheart.
Lionheart, yeah. We played loads of the festivals over the summer. We played Lecture Picnic, Body and Soul, Dream Gatherings, and loads of gigs around West Cork and Cork itself. And
Excellent.
Yeah.
A little bit of insight into how Sunny Side Up was created.
It was actually probably one of the first tracks that I wrote for Lionheart. Rick just played me the track and we kind of had a jam with it, and I went away and I wrote some lyrics, and basically the one thing that he had in it was the chorus, which was, I like my eggs sunny side up in the morning. I like to share them with you. And
The old jazz reference.
yeah, it is, yeah. So I kind of took it in a kind of a funny way, where it was almost like the morning after a one night stand kind of thing, but it's actually, you're on that verge of, you've done it a couple of times, and then is he not going to ask you how you like your eggs, and it kind of means that when you do get asked that question, it's no longer that kind of one night stand, it's become something a bit more, and it's a new love, and it's about being excited about that new love, and that's kind of what the meaning behind it is. And
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a great tune, and
Yeah.
that that whole theme behind it just makes it that much more. Again, not to come with a pun or anything, but sunny. It is literally such a nice tune.
It's a summer song, and I can't wait for next summer to actually record the music video for it. So,
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Sweet, coming together nicely. What's going into the preparation for a new record?
We're basically going to take a little bit of time off from gigging now over the next couple of months, and we're going to work on our album, and hopefully have something ready for after Christmas to show people. Like,
Excellent.
Which would be brilliant. Yeah.
And you've been preparing your own solo material as well.
I have. I'm also working on my own album at the moment. I'm hoping to have that also done before Christmas. So
And
pressure.
I'd imagine so. We've been hearing cuts coming from the album as of recent. Fever was released there during the summer.
It was, yeah.
With a video by local company Gobstar.
Gobstar, amazing.
And Scream Louder, of course, is getting a release. Is that getting a full single release also?
It will be, yeah. It will be.
Excellent. Yeah. Is there a street date set as of yet?
Not as of yet. The video is in kind of production talks. So
okay.
I think that, once the video is kind of somewhat along the way, like, I think it'll be, I'll let a release date out then.
Cool beans. And will there be more kind of collaboration between the two of you for a full album?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I'd say so.
I think Brody and myself are thinking about doing an EP together, so we might do 4 or 5 tracks of stuff, like, which Scream Louder will be on, of course.
Yeah.
Like,
So a standalone release from your own solo stuff again.
Yeah.
Any gigs and such coming up around the town? I know that you've been quite busy. You've been supporting Trigger there recently.
Trigger,
and being involved
his
with
new album launch. That was amazing. We had that there on the 23rd, last Thursday. Great turnout for it. He released Celtic Funk off the album, which is like on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah. Video now online on YouTube.
Video
that's
now
ever starring
online,
yourself.
Exactly. So that's Celtic Funk Trigger featuring Dizziray.
Just before we head it, can you give us a little feel or a little insight, I suppose, into how a co-songwriting session with the two of you would work? What's the creative dynamic at play?
Oh, we've done it many ways, really, haven't we?
We do this thing called a song challenge. It's where basically Brody and myself will produce for 3 hours non-stop, and we'll hook up with each other every hour on the hour or whatever, and we'll just see what we've actually created within the hour.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to work, and we'll work for another hour, and we'll meet up then after that hour and see what we've created from that.
Just
and
seeing the progress.
Yeah, we'll give each other ideas or criticisms, and
it's a different way of doing things. When you consider how many people sit down and labour over arrangement and labour over parts are so precious with the vocabulary as well.
Yeah,
we try not to be, because you just get stuck in a world of production that never ends, you know.
Yeah, I mean, just the fear that surrounds sitting on an idea for so long.
Exactly.
That must be the perfect antidote to it. This is RebelStream Radio here on Room 101 Online Radio. The time now is 5 to 10. We'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight and supporting Cork music as always. Dizziray, we'll hear from you again on Thursday morning, 9
Thanks
a.m.
very much for having me.
On Cork Campus Radio. Thank you very much for coming along. Hypnotyst,
peace out, people.
You're more than welcome as per usual. We can expect to see you in here again next week in some capacity, I suppose.
Oh yeah, totally. Monday Night Madness, I assume.
This is it.
Whenever, you know.
Cool beans. We'll probably have you we'll probably have some degree of announcement for you in season 2 anyway. If you apply via Room 101's Facebook for season 2 programming ideas. This has been RebelStream Radio.
Do it.
This has been RebelStream Radio here on Room 101 Online Radio. RebelStream, of course, is available on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Search us through social media or head to. Well, it's available presently at this time, but it's still very much a work in progress. RebelStream.ie. Coming up in the next week, we'll have brand new content, interviews, playlists, and an A to Z of Cork bands, if not profiles, and more. We'll also have brand new sessions coming up in the next month. We'll be recording Dizziray and Lionheart. We're going to sort out the dates and so on and so forth shortly, but we'll have news in the next month with brand new tracks, brand new live performances, and more on RebelStream's social media and YouTube channel, as well as RebelStream.ie.